Hey guys, what's going on? I'm the self-described nerd, and today I'm coming at you with my review of the latest film in the Jurassic Park slash World franchise, Jurassic World Rebirth. Now, this is a favorite of franchise of mine. The first film is a masterpiece, a certified masterpiece, one of the greatest films of all time. Steven Spielberg, what he did in that film is absolutely commendable. Lost World, I like. JP3 is underrated. Dumb fun. It is very dumb, but it is dumb fun. The Jurassic World, I enjoy that film. I think it's the second best. I mean, it's ways away from the original Jurassic Park, but it's still, I enjoyed it. Fallen Kingdom was strange, to say the least. They tried something new. Didn't really work out in their favor, but I can appreciate that they tried something new. And then Dominion is one of the biggest flops, fumbles in movie history. How in the world do you mess up a world filled with dinosaurs? It was the easiest setup for an awesome movie, and it just was not it. So I was kind of bummed out on that one. And then when they announced this new one, I really did not care. Like, it was just the first time I've ever been not excited for a new Jurassic World movie, which is sad. But everything behind the scenes with them getting the script and then fast tracking that script where they had like directors, they attached directors, and the director wanted to change things, and they're like, no, 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 just make the movie. That to me said, all right, Universal, they like the script, they're happy with it. So let's see. And then the trailers painted this picture of this island filled with horribly mutated dinosaurs that were too scary for the original park, so they just left them there to rot. Like, I was like, all right, they got me back in. And then after sitting down watching the film, um, I'm a little mixed. Um, yeah, and I'm leaning more towards negative. But I'm gonna keep this first part of the review spoiler free, and then I'll go into my spoilers. Just overall, I mean, it's not bad. There's nothing in this movie that's overtly bad. Whereas like Dominion, I just walked out and was like, oh my god, that was terrible. This it was just serviceable. It was fine. Um, it was content that I watched for 2 hours. And I mean, that's fine. I mean, the general audience is gonna love this. It's the kind of film that you go see with the family. You have a grand old time. I mean, my theater was completely packed. I feel like this one has a very good chance of passing the billion, which is not surprising. Um, but it is does have that dumb blockbuster, just turn your brain off and enjoy. And I can get down with movies like that. Like, I love the MonsterVerse. Like, you try to think about those films for a second, logic just falls apart. So you just turn your brain off. And I guess if you do that for Rebirth, you'll have a good time. But that shouldn't be what this franchise is. The first one is a masterpiece. It is not a turn your brain off. It is a masterpiece. It's got awesome, cool dinosaur sequence, but it has very complex ideals that like challenge, like what you would call it. Your scientists were so preoccupied whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think whether or not they should. Like, that is such a profound quote. Like, that gives real implications to playing God and is this okay what we did? And then this one is just like, hey, it's mindless, it's dumb, it's fun. So let me get into my positives first. First of all, the directing is just fantastic. The director they settled upon, Gareth Edwards, is he made Godzilla 2014, Rogue One, and The Creator. Three fantastic films, and his directing is the absolute best part of this movie. There are so many shots that are so beautiful. The way he frames the dinosaurs, it really gives you a sense of scale and helps bring in back some of those horror elements. But there's also like there's a scene that they do with the Titanosauruses. You'll know it when you see it. I heard people talk about the Titanosaurus scene and now it's great, and I was like, okay, we'll see. And in that theater, like it was awesome. Like seeing that, hearing the music. I mean, the music definitely did help, but the directing, like I was getting like actually like goosebumps, like little tears were like forming in my eyes. Like it felt like it was watching that scene in the original Jurassic Park with the Welcome to Jurassic Park and all that. That scene was fantastic. The directing made that scene so much better. I feel like this whole movie would have, with a lesser director, it would have been even worse. but the directing really brought this up a notch. And a lot of the dinosaur sequences were pretty great. The Mosasaurus and Spinosaurus scene, that was pretty tense. The dinosaur raft scene, I liked that. There's certainly things I have to say about the ending with the D-Rex and all that, but I do think the dinosaur stuff is what is gonna make this film a hit with general audiences, because there is a lot of the dinosaurs are on screen when they're doing their thing. I am like, okay, this is pretty cool. I can just watch and enjoy this. I mean, it's just dinosaurs doing dinosaur things and being dinosaurs, which is another thing that I really liked about this one, because the dinosaurs actually felt like dinosaurs, like animals, which is crazy. But if you watch Jurassic World, like the T-Rex is this good T-Rex and the Velociraptors are this good guys that help save humanity and then leave us alone. They fight the bad dinosaurs and then they go off and live their lives. Like, no, these are wild animals, and this one does a really good job of showing why these dinosaurs, they're cool, but they are terrifying. Like the T-Rex is back to being a menace, terrifying. In Jurassic World, you come across Rexy, so like that's cool. Hey, it's Rexy. This one, if I come across this T-Rex, I am turning and running the opposite direction because it was actually intimidating again. And the Raptors are in there for like 2 seconds, but they are getting ready to do their thing. So, hey, back to Raptors being scary again. So, yeah, I think general audiences are going to love this one. It's just going to be, it's enough in there for like, hey, dinosaur scenes were cool. Dinosaurs are scary again. Very pretty movie. I like. But now I want to get into my negatives of the film, and that is pretty much everything else. This story is just like, it's just so like basic and bare bones. And it's not like simple. Whereas JP3 is an extremely stupid movie, but it is very, very, very simple. Son gets lost on the island. Parents trick Grant into going island to save son. See dinosaur chase them. Escape from dinosaur, escape from island. It's simple, but it works. It makes sense. It's not grand like the original, but hey, it worked. Like this one is like, it has a simple plot, but there is a lot going on with the mission and all these characters, and it really did not work. I was struggling to like, okay, I guess these are my characters, and the characters are not that memorable. Like there's a crew, and you can tell like, all right, we got this guy. I know this guy's name. Oh, that random background character. I don't know their name. I wonder if they're going to make it. And all the random background characters are literally just dinosaur fodder. I literally handpicked, like, all right, that guy, that girl. They're all going to die. Every single one of the people that I thought was going to die they ended up getting eaten by dinosaurs. And it was just so formulaic and predictable. The main crew, we've got, Scarlett Johansson playing Zora Bennett. She was just kind of a nothing character. She wants money. She does get a little character arc of learning to be a good human, but it's just for the most part, she just wants money, and she's just this military character, or not military, but she's got like a soldier-esque, and it's just like, okay, what's his face? Henry Loomis, the scientist guy, has a connection to a mainstay character from the series, and I was just like, okay. Like whenever they said like, oh, I blah blah blah, and I was just like, oh, yay, that's something. I know that name. I feel absolutely nothing. I think that was supposed to like, oh, hey, I know that guy. Oh, that's so cool. I just was like, oh, okay. And he's a scientist guy, but he's also like, they didn't like fall into like the cliche like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing here on the island. Like he is somewhat capable of doing stuff, so that was fine. Duncan Kincaid played my maybe Blade one day, maybe in the next 50 years he'll get to be Blade. Herschel, I liked his character. He's probably my favorite. He's got a backstory, which there's a scene where Zora and Duncan sit down, and it's basically just like, okay, hi, I am Zora, This is my backstory. Oh, hey, that's crazy. You want to hear my backstory? Okay, let's hear your backstory. Okay, here is my backstory. And it was just like the script could have used some more work, and I think it could have been better if they had given the script. The script is really holding them back because they've got some really talented actors here. Um, ScarJo, Mahershala Ali, which I'll call it. All these people, they can act, but this script was not doing them any favors. We got business guy who's just so very obviously the villain of the movie. You're just waiting for him, the group, to realize it. But they make it very clear early on that this dude is just a corporate dude. And then there's the family that also gets caught in this, and I don't know why they were included. I mean, usually they always do have a child's perspective. It's part of the formula. Um, but this family was just like, okay, this is some people that I'm watching. I mean, the main family was fine. The father had a nice relationship with the daughter, but the boyfriend, ugh, I should not be rooting for the dinosaurs. But the boyfriend guy, oh my goodness, he was so annoying and just he made me so mad. And I learned what they were doing with his character. Like I completely was not paying attention. I missed that, what he's doing, like why he's acting like that. So I learning about it after the fact. But even still, like it was just ugh, his character. Put a shirt on, dude. Um, what should we call it? It just my at the end of the day, it just felt formulaic. It just felt like, hey, we got a Jurassic Park movie. Let's just go through all the things. We got crew. They on island. They get stranded on island. They see scary dinosaurs. They go, dinosaurs go rawr. And it just was, at the end of the day, it was something I watched for 2.5 hours. And this is not what that franchise should be. It was just, it just, eh, meh. And that's not really great. That's the most I can say about this film. It was a film. I watched it. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was a film. So yeah, that is my spoiler-free thoughts. I mean, I would say, sure, go check it out. I mean, it's Jurassic Park. You're gonna go see it. It looks like it's gonna on its way to making $1 billion, which is not surprising. But I really hope, because they are planning on doing a trilogy. I just really hope they nail down a good script. Fix the script. You could have had something big, and it's just, oh, fix your script, dude. All right, so that's my spoiler-free thoughts. Let's jump into my spoiler thoughts. Spoiler warning in 3, 2, 1. Oh boy, the D-Rex. Like, they do the opening, and the opening, oh my god. That pissed me off. This whole scientific laboratory doohickey thingy, all this gets destroyed. The entire island collapses because a vent sucked up a Snickers wrapper. What? That's the most stupid thing I've ever heard. The Snickers wrapper in the ventilation shaft is the reason why the entire island collapses. And I mean, we get the D-Rex like reaching forward and like grabbing the guy. And the D-Rex was just such a confusing thing. Like, in interviews, the cast and crew and the filmmakers and all that, like, they said, like, you're not supposed to, like, fear the D-Rex. Like, you're supposed to feel sad for it because it's this monstrosity didn't ask to be made. Which is why in the ending, I don't think that's why they didn't have like a final showdown, or the dinosaur didn't like chase them down, try to eat them, and they have to kill it, or like a final battle where it felt like the T-Rex and the Spinosaurus. They didn't have any of that. But there were times when like the D-Rex like seemed to like enjoy what he was doing. Like, I don't know if I'm the only one that got that vibe, but like when the D-Rex was like, when the opening with like he reaches out for the scientist, like he could just like grab him and eat him. He's like toying with him. He's like he like reaches the claw forward and like pokes at him. Like it's just like he's toying with him. He's enjoying this. And I was so confused by that. So am I supposed to fear this dinosaur? Or am I supposed to feel sad for it? Like I can't be feeling, oh I'm so sorry, and also at the same time, you're scary. It was just, I was so confused. The plot of like going and getting the dino DNA from the three different species. Okay, that's one of the excuses for them to go to the island. Again, it just was kind of nothing. The script needed a bit more refining. Whatchamacallit. But the Titanosaur scene with them, like, all rising up and walking and revealing the whole herd and playing the music, like, that was such a good scene. Like, that was the most emotion I felt in the whole movie, and that scene was pretty well done. Whatchamacallit. I liked that part. Um, the raft scene, I really wish they hadn't shown. I would have loved to see that in the theater, but I guess we had to have that spoiled. Thanks. Um, let's see. Anything else? I mean, there wasn't a ton of spoiler things I really need to talk about. There wasn't any big real, no lore. What's his face? Loomis studied under Grant, and it's just like, okay, I don't know. I really don't care enough about this character. Like, ooh, that's so cool. Like, I guess maybe they could bring in Grant, um, for the future film in the trilogy. But I don't know. I really don't know. And then the ending with the D-Rex just kind of like maybe killing Duncan, but there's no way you don't. I no one. I mean, I guess maybe if you're like really not the smartest, then you wouldn't be able to think. You would think that Duncan was dead, but the fact that they cut away and then it's just like no, it's clearly not dead. And then the villain guy just kind of like, ooh, I'm gonna like I got this gun and I'm gonna like take the money and go back to or take the thingy and go back to civilization on the boat and all that. And I'm like, no, that's not gonna work. Because the helicopter was snatched out of the air by the D-Rex. Again, am I supposed to be afraid of this thing or am I supposed to sympathize with it? Um, so yeah. Let's see. I mentioned this something with the boyfriend. Apparently he's acting like that because, what you call it? He's in a long his girlfriend's going off to college and they're gonna try a long distance thing, but he thinks he's too good that she's too good for him, so he starts acting lazy and annoying, so she hopefully will break up with him and find someone better than him. Which I mean I guess that's a nice motivation, but it was like why did that need to be a thing? Why can't just be a loving couple and have him not be an annoying prick that I was hoping would get eaten by the dinosaurs every scene he was in? Like that scene with the raptors, finally getting some raptors, and he's off taking a pee, and the raptors like appear behind him, and then they're like sneaking up. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, 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 yes. Finally, he's getting and then the Mutadon thing just kind of like nom 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 and eats the raptor, and I'm just like, oh, I can't have nice things, can I? The whole mutated dinosaurs, that was such a lie. The marketing gimmick, they're barely in it. Most of the scenes are just regular old dinosaurs that maybe are a little brightly colored. But like the Mutadons and the D-Rex are barely in it except for the ending. And I just, oh god, that should have been another easy win. Horribly mutated dinosaurs, too scary for the original park, left on this island, they go to the island, they encounter them. That was an easy win, and then they blew it again. I'm just, oh god. This film, it just did not, it, mm. I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed. It's fine. It is absolutely meh. Aside from the Titanosaurus scene, I felt nothing. Absolutely nothing watching this film. I just kept checking my watch, like, all right, are we over? All right, we got an hour. All right, we got 45. Oh, down to 30. Oh, home stretch. Yay, it's over. I felt nothing, and I'm disappointed. And I really hope that if they make sequels to this one, which, I mean, it's making bank, so they're going to make sequels, I really hope they put more effort into the story and having it, be better. Better story, better script, and fingers crossed next time. Because, oh God, we have not gotten a good Jurassic film since Jurassic World, which was 2015. So it's been a decade since we've gotten a I mean, decent Jurassic film. And that's sad. This franchise should have stopped at the original. Poor Steven, sitting there watching his baby get milked for all it's worth. Oh well. Alright, well, that's just my general thoughts. Um, Overall, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. It's got some cool scenes with dinosaurs, and that's enough for some people, but the story just, ugh, that script needed some work. So there you go. That was my thoughts for Jurassic World Rebirth. Um, if you liked this video, do the like. If you want to hear more from me, subscribe, comment, leave what you think. I'm sure I might get some hate for this because, I mean, it's serviceable enough that the general audience is going to enjoy it. And, I mean, I found some enjoyment, but as a person who loves this franchise, I wanted so much more, and it could have been good, but I'm so disappointed. Oh well. Alright. Well, like, subscribe, comment, do all the things, but I've been the self-described nerd, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.